So, what more can be done to help? Well, Tess Berry-Hart is the Head of Aid and Advocacy at Calais Action, and she joins me now in the studio. Thanks very much for coming into TRT World. We saw there how difficult conditions are. You've been out in Calais recently. Does that tally with your experience that things are getting worse rather than better?
Yes, absolutely. A lot of the infrastructure that the original jungle did provide has now been dismantled. And so, as you said, many hundreds, if not thousands, of people are sleeping rough in the woods and fields around northern France.
So what do you want British and French authorities to do?
Well, today we had a specific action at Parliament concentrating on the youngest and most vulnerable refugees. Under the Dubs Amendment, up to 480 children could have come over after the Calais camp was demolished, and yet only 200 of them have been. And so we've been asking our MPs to help raise the issue in Parliament and bring over those children who are still living rough and in a great danger in Calais.
And yet some charities and people working out there would say that a lot of those claiming to be children actually aren't. They're young men who are using that as a way to get to where they want to get.
Well, there's always going to be that possibility, but there are so many people who do have valid claims that I don't think it's fair to categorise them solely as people who are just trying to get into the UK or they're over 18. So I myself when I was in Calais, I met a 16 and a 17-year-old girls from Eritrea, and they were living in the forest with nothing. And those are the people that we really need to be helping.
But it's very hard to prove, isn't it? I know in Norway, they decided to look at dental records before allowing migrants into the country, and they found that 9 out of 10 were over 18 who said they were under 18.
Well, dental records are one way of doing it. However, those children that we have met and we have talked to are very demonstrably under 18. And yes, there always will be that grey area where people are claiming to be younger, but it's not always the case.
So as well as letting more migrants into the UK, what do you want people to do at the French end?
At the French end, they could start by not taking away the shelter and the food that is being provided by volunteers, because at the moment it's very hard for organisations on the ground in Calais to help distribute, to help people, because there are frequent police actions trying to take away the only things that the people have.
And what would you say to those who say by making it sort of, quotes, easier, that encourages more people to make that dangerous journey?
Well, the pull factor is something that most immigration policy is based on. Let's not make it easy for people, because otherwise everybody will come. However, when there are push factors so large as wars, famines and dictatorships, people will come. And what Europe needs to do and what Britain needs to do is help take their fair share. There are many countries far less resourced than we are who are taking many thousands more refugees than the UK has ever taken, and that's why we're calling on the UK to take their fair share.
OK, Tess Berry-Hart, thanks very much indeed.